Hello dear people, here's an interesting difference between Islam and Judaism regarding interest. If you leave a comment, please stay respectful and intelligent. Just a reminder, a financial system with interest leads to the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, if you didn't know. The wealthiest can easily increase their money by lending it without any work or helpful investments that create value for the community. The poorer people who borrow money are busy working to pay off their debts. It is something normalized in our broken age, but what we can be sure of is that it leads to a lot of injustice. As most of you surely know, taking and paying interest is haram, forbidden in Islamic law, the Sharia, and is considered a major sin. The Quran says in the English interpretation, "O you who have believed, fear Allah and give up what remains due to you of interest, if you should be believers. And if you do not, then be informed of war against you from Allah and His Messenger. But if you repent, you may have your principle, thus you do no wrong, nor are you wronged." Here's an interesting article on Chabad.com that explains the matter from a Jewish perspective. In numerous places, the Torah, Hebrew Bible, prohibits a Jew from borrowing, lending, or being party to a transaction that involves charging another Jew interest. The Hebrew term generally used is ribbit, which roughly means increase. The prohibition of ribbit is a strange one. It applies only when both parties are Jewish, regardless of how rich or poor they may be. However, a Jew is permitted to borrow money from a non-Jew and pay interest to him on the loan, thereby enriching him. And a Jewish person is also permitted to lend money to a non-Jew who asks for a loan and collect interest from him, just as non-Jews are permitted to lend and borrow money to and from each other with interest. Why the difference? If you want to read the entire article, go to the page. I'm skipping the middle part, but now read the more interesting end part, where it is explained. Both Ramban, Rabbi Moshe ben Nachman, 13th century, and Rabbi Don Yitzchak Abarbanel, 15th century, agree that as long as rates are reasonable, there isn't necessarily anything morally wrong with ribbit. They explain that the reason Torah prohibits ribbit between Jews is simply because your fellow Jew is family. It's just not appropriate for family members to help each other out on terms of interest. The Jewish nation is meant to behave as a cohesive unit, like a single organism, each one concerned for the other's benefit as much as with his own. On the other hand, neither is it practical to treat the entire world as your immediate family, especially when they do not have the same laws as you. If you did, you would quickly find yourself out of resources. So although we accept the Torah's ban on charging our fellow Jews interest, it would not be wise or helpful to extend this to all people. The Torah thereby renders us somewhat like a healthy organism swimming among many others in a big pond, which seeks its own balanced ecology. A healthy organism in a big pond. That's one way to say it. Anyway guys, have a good day. Just as a reminder, if you comment, keep it nice and objective. Have a nice day. The article reminded me a little bit of this. I don't know why.
That glyphosate in Argentina is causing increases in cancer. You can drink a whole quart of it and it won't hurt you.
You want to drink some? We have some here.
I'd be happy to, actually, but not really, but
not really?
I know it wouldn't hurt me.
If you say so, I have some glyphosate.
No, I'm not stupid.
Ah, okay.
But I know
so it's dangerous, right?
No, people try to commit suicide with it and fail fairly regularly.
Tell the truth.
It's not dangerous to humans. No, it's not.
So you're ready to drink one glass of glyphosate?
No, I'm not an idiot. Interview me about golden rice. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, then it's finished. Then the interview is finished.
That's a good way to solve things.
Yeah. You're a complete jerk.